Hello to all my fellow Minnesotans. Thanks for joining me in painting a Minnesota State watercolor today. I'm just going to show you a quick video of how I do my Minnesota paintings. I used this stencil when I taught a Minnesota painting class in St. Paul, so I used it again. You can print one off, cut it out, trace it with lightly with pencil, or you can look at the state and just trace it just freehand looking. You can also trace it off of your computer screen because it's really bright. I apologize because I'm getting over a cold, but I wanted to do something that's a little more relaxing today. So I wanted to show you, I have some liquid watercolors. So I have some blue, turquoise, green, and violet. I'm using some Northern Lights kind of colors here today. I got these at Blick, and I love Blick in Roseville. You can order online too. I really recommend liquid watercolors for these, but you can use like palettes or tubes of watercolor too. The liquid ones just are more free-flowing, but I have a really well-used palette that I use too sometimes. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to dip my brush in the water, and what I'm going to do is try to stay with just some water in this corner and in the lines a little bit. So I'm going to use a wet on wet technique, which means I'm putting some water down first, and then I'm adding another wet brush with wet paint to that wet paper. And you can use whatever color you want, but then it does really cool things, like spreads out like that. Now I'm going to put my brush in the paint again, but I'm not going to use as much water. I'm just going to kind of pull some of that I already have, dipping my brush in the water ever so often, but I have a lot of water already. And I'm just going to kind of fill in some of those spots I missed, but then blend it a little bit too. Then I just use water and kind of pull that color to make a little more of the top outline. Dip my brush in water again, and I'm gonna add some more paint here. Dip my brush in water, and I'm gonna pull that paint without getting much more paint, just kind of pull it up to